Welcome back to the Lifecast Prime YouTube channel. I'm Eric, and I am here with a big announcement. Hold on, let me put this up. Is this thing on? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Is this thing on? Okay, I got a big announcement. I'm actually not using this for audio at all, but that should give you an indication of what my announcement is about. All right, you ready for it? I have a new podcast. So this is my first venture into podcasting, and it has been quite a journey. The podcast name is Tales of an Introvert, and it's really just a podcast about my life as an introvert, how I deal with introversion, some of the character traits that may come along with being an introvert, my life experiences, telling some stories, giving tips on how I deal with things, and really exploring about introversion and about myself, and just taking people along for the journey. So I put podcasting under the Lifecast category. I have never done one before, and I'm just trying new things, hard things, in order to try to learn and grow, right, in life. That's what it's all about. So this is a audio only podcast. I'm not doing any video with it, although I may put the videos up on YouTube, or put the audio clips up on YouTube at some point, and maybe wrap a little video around it. That's something I have to think about. But right now it's audio only. It's on all the major podcast streaming platforms. It's on Apple, it's on Google, it's on Stitcher, it's on Spotify, it's on iHeartRadio. I have a website that I have for, it's more for introversion. It's called Introvert Vision. Introvertvision.us is the website. It's meant to be kind of a home for the podcast and other related content, but it needs some work. And so what I did was I did a first season of the show. I did 10 episodes in the first season. I'm done with those 10, and now and now I'm taking a break. So I'm going to kind of take a look back at the process of making those first 10, see where I can improve, try to work on some of the, the ancillary supporting things that can help with, making a podcast grow, like my website, improving my audio, thinking about doing video, reviewing kind of how the first 10 episodes came together, just looking for general improvements, and just work on doing more things in the second season. But I just took a pause at 10 episodes, called that season 1, and then I will start working on season 2 here shortly. But I'm going to take a break from recording, like I said, and focus on making the podcast better, and then come back for season 2. But it's been an interesting experience. I would say you have the production element of it, so recording the audio, editing, distributing that content out. So that's one part of it. And, similar to making YouTube videos, there's a process you have to learn in order how to put them out. And this is what this channel is doing for me. What Lifecast Prime is doing for me. It's I'm teaching myself how to edit videos and put out video content via this channel, and hopefully that will branch into other things and other interests that I have in the future. And kind of the same thing with this podcast. It's it's a learning experience for me, and so I definitely want to learn how to improve that process, and do other podcasts on different topics, learning from what I'm doing with this particular part. So there's the production part of it, which is cool, but there's also the performance, I guess is the best way to put it. First of all, putting together the content for the podcast, being able to articulate my thoughts like I want them to, being able to present myself in an audible fashion where people would want to listen to me. Just thinking about all the parts that go into the actual presentation of the audio. So that's been, an experience as well. And so, I've definitely learned that I need to put some more time into, I guess, pre-production, how I'm gonna format the episodes, things of that nature. I'm not gonna go so far as to actually script it all out or anything. I've pretty much loosely kind of made some notes and then just really talk through it. Kind of similar to what I'm doing for this video, but I definitely think I want to put some more thought into how I structure the notes that I'm putting together so that the podcast flows better. I think doing them more, I think over time I'll get better at that delivery. But I think also being able to structure the content a little better will help as well. So next steps, what am I going to do to improve the podcast for myself? So I'm going to build up the website. That's one of those supporting constructs that will hopefully be able to provide some more content, I guess, for community, so to speak, and then also just to have something of my own to actually host the podcast. And, if you don't want to, download on an app or something on your phone, giving you a place that you can go that you can listen to the podcast, just online through a website. And I do have that now through the service that I'm using, but I want to have something that's, my own property. Definitely want to improve the audio, improve the editing. I introduced, I think the first couple of episodes I did it with no intro or outro music, and the fourth episode in I added audio. It's just a music as an intro and outro, so that's something I did to enhance, but that's pretty much where I stopped. I'm not sure what else I would honestly do, but I'll probably pick some different music for the second season. And then, like I said, I'll play with video a little bit next season. I'll maybe actually put this season on YouTube, and then maybe record an intro and an outro to the podcast or something using video, and so that way it can hold a little bit more weight than just having the audio on YouTube. Also, I know they've made some changes to podcasting. There's different classifications and how they're displaying that content. So I need to look a little bit more into that. I watched a video from Think Media on that a week ago or maybe 2 weeks ago. So it's something I need to look into a little bit more. But to this point, YouTube hasn't been the focus for putting the podcast out. Then I'll probably maybe play with having a guest next season as well. Just go through that process of having a guest on, and whether or not that'll be with video, I'm not sure yet. Like I said, I'll work that out, but that's one of the things, part of the growing piece of it is maybe doing something where I have a guest where there's some interaction, and then just figure out the logistics of that, and maybe I'll have video on that. I'm not sure. So that's it. I really just wanted to let you know that I have this new piece of content under my media umbrella, so to speak, and it's something that I'm working on, something that's out now. And if you are interested in checking it out, the name of it again is Tales of an Introvert. I'll put some links in the description so you can go take a listen either on the computer or on whatever podcast streaming platform that you're using. Like I said, it's on most of them. But that's another thing I'll probably look at for the second season too. Make sure it's everywhere. But it's on the major ones now. So if you do go and take a listen, I would say, like any new thing, it's rough at first. It gets a little better as you go along. Give it a few episodes. If you do take a listen, come back, let me know what you think, and I'd be interested to hear your feedback. So, thanks for taking a listen to this episode of Lifecast Prime, where I'm talking about the new episodes of Tales of an Introvert.